Ain't no place for no hero. Ain't no place for a better movie.
Oh, yeah. So we just got back from Borderlands, the movie.
Right now, we just saw it.
We just saw it.
So fresh in our minds.
we were so a little context. We're all, I think, collectively big Borderlands fans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Borderlands 1,
Yeah.
2 was amazing, especially
Pre-sequel.
Pre-sequel, also fun. Borderlands 3 was pretty good. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was amazing.
Yes.
So the characters, we have a lot of love for the characters in this world, the world itself, all that stuff.
Yep.
Borderlands the movie has come out. We've watched it for you guys. And the verdict is the worst movie of 2024?
Yes.
And would you say it's the worst movie ever? I'm just kidding. Maybe. I don't know.
Worst gaming movie ever? No, probably not.
Yeah. Well, so let's go around. So I want to ask you guys, give me high level, like just your elevator pitch. Here are my thoughts, and then here's like if I were to give it a rating. Here's my rating.
Spoiler. Make sure we're giving a warning.
Yes. Also, because of the quality of this movie, we are going to have a full spoiler cast. So if you don't want to be spoiled and for some reason want to watch this, then skip to the next section. Otherwise, we're going to spoil everything. So be warned. There will be spoilers. Okay, you've been warned.
Okay.
All right. Austin, I'll start with you. Give your high level thoughts and then what you would give this on a rating scale of 1 to 10.
I'd give it a 3. It's not worth the money. If you really want to see it, wait till it comes out on streaming. If that happens, I'm sure it will. And I just think they did the characters dirty. Like, they just don't hold true to them. The casting was awful, and it's just sad to see something like this, like an actual good IP, be just kind of thrown together, in my opinion. Go ahead.
I'll give it a 2.5, or maybe even less than that, probably like a 2. I felt like the environment was very nice. It felt like Borderlands. I don't agree with people about the CGI. I think the CGI was perfectly fine. I thought it was like way over budget for what they were putting out. The writing and the directing was bad. As for the characters, I think they all did well trying to portray these characters, but I don't think they were directed and the writing was bad. It's just like the Justice League movie with the Josh Whedon one. I think the direction that they were going was completely off script and just like off what the characters were originally supposed to be, what Snyder was building. And that's what I got with this movie. I just felt like they're great actors. All these actors are phenomenal actors, and they do a great job portraying different roles in besides this, of course, but it's just I think the writing and the direction was bad for this movie.
Yeah. I give it a 4. I was going to give it a 5, but I think I've lowered it.
Fuck me.
But I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm a 3. You're a 4 movie.
What, you think I should go lower?
No,
Yeah.
it's your own opinion.
Yeah, so I know, it is my opinion.
I mean, my
So
opinion
that's
is I
not
think
much
you should go
different. No, it's not bad.
No, okay. Go ahead.
So I gave it a 4 because honestly, like if you stripped out the shitty writing and
The whole movie's about it's the fucking writing. Just take that away. You don't need writing in a movie.
if you strip out the shitty writing and the shitty directing, here's the deal.
Brett, you're killing me, man.
If you just strip out Eli Roth, this could have been an 8 or 9.
Well, yeah.
But instead, because the production quality of the movie actually was pretty good. The characters
production
looked
was great.
Right. That was all good, but the story was terrible. I laughed once, and Borderlands is a hilarious franchise.
Yep.
Like, should be Deadpool Wolverine level of laughter. And instead, it was one little chuckle.
Yeah.
And that was about it. And I was really sad about that. And
I think that's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Is that they actually tried. Like, they were trying, and it was not successful.
Funny thing, like after Brett and I watched it, because I rode with him to the theater. We were talking about the intro to Deadpool and Wolverine, and Deadpool in general. Their intro is very similar to the Borderlands game intro, where it's just the title sequence is going along with the gameplay. They could have easily have done something like that in the beginning for that humor, for that funniness, and with the story alone, like why not stick with the original story? They did, but they didn't. Like, just make them vault hunters. Why? Why is Lilith a fucking bounty hunter now? They're just, I just feel like they missed the mark, and I felt like the direction of the movie just went just south. And and I'm not blaming COVID on this at all.
No,
because like the production of the film was, like Brett said, to me was phenomenal. I do not agree with people reviewing saying the CGI was terrible and all that jazz, just because of how it felt like Borderlands. Like the environment really felt like Borderlands.
yeah, it's like yeah, because I was gonna say like so. I mean, to that point, you know, I was watching Todd Howard give a talk, and he said that, you know, one thing that's like iconic for a Fallout game is that you always have to have that exiting the vault moment. That's like a staple of a Fallout game, right? A staple of a Borderlands game is very much like the very beginning. You see all the characters, they get on some kind of vehicle, they're riding, the credits are rolling, and there's like badass music playing of some kind. That's usually like kind of the role. They had an opportunity to do that when Lilith gets on the bus with Marcus and is riding in, and instead it's the most awkwardly uncomfortable 5 minutes I've ever seen, where he keeps making a joke, supposedly a joke, about how she's a vault hunter, and she's like, no, I'm not a vault hunter. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. And I'm like, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
There was no point.
Zero laughter. I saw people leave the theater.
Yeah, it was crazy. I know a lot of people that
A lot of people
left.
went in
Yeah,
there and left. I thought about leaving, but you drove me, so I didn't. But
forced you.
yeah, you forced me. But the big thing about it is just like I expected that intro in the very beginning, whenever they were when Roland was breaking out Tiny Tina.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing that, and like all the other guys were going to be captured and stuff and work together to get out.
Yeah.
But that was a golden missed opportunity, you know. And then Tiny Tina's character alone, I'll dive into the characters. Tiny Tina's character did not feel like Tiny Tina.
No,
Like,
not even close.
She had some quips. They were reminiscent, but like
Yeah.
that was it.
The one quip was
And
whenever she was like up on the bus, and that was what was in the trailer of like, I'm gonna blow you up till you blow up your body parts or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
that was
she
it.
said the badonk donk thing, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Like it felt like it wasn't in the right moment with her quips. Kevin Hart playing Roland, I think he did a decent job for what Roland is. And like he didn't have a lot of he had what like not dad jokes. It was more like puns, more of not very serious. He was being serious, but everyone else was being funny. And I appreciate that. He held back his like thing. And then Krieg, I meant it's Krieg. You can't really fuck up Krieg. I don't know. And then Lilith alone, I don't know. I felt like she just something about the lines and how they were thrown out. It just didn't feel right to me. You know what I mean?
For Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal
she
actor.
is such a great actress. Like it's some of the most iconic films of our generation. One of them being Lord of the Rings. Oh wait, you guys don't like Lord of the Rings.
No, I don't like Lord of the Rings.
I don't like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you
but
don't either?
still,
Okay,
she did a phenomenal job, and I blame it a lot on the direction and the writing.
Well, yeah, it's like who's her character? Like the way that she is in the game is definitely different, and she's trying to act like this younger woman. I feel like
So-
that is who the character is, Lilith in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So
a-
here's the thing about her being the age that she is. I think the age, because I looked it up, the age gap between her and what's her name,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis is 10 years.
Jamie Lee Curtis looks old,
Yeah.
but then they probably made her look
And
old
then
too.
Moxie
Yeah.
is 20 years.
Yeah,
The chick that played Moxie is
Moxie's
20
supposed
years.
to be this young.
But once again, we keep forgetting that Moxie has 2 kids that are full-grown adults as well.
in the game.
In the game.
Okay.
And they actually showed one of the kids. I don't know if y'all noticed that. What's the big girl's name? Because that's her daughter in the Borderlands.
Oh yeah,
They showed
shit.
her.
That was
The girl, the
Little
mechanic.
cameo. Yeah, the mechanic.
Yeah.
They showed her in there.
Oh, I didn't see her.
yeah,
I
I,
missed
saw
that.
her like when they're celebrating at the end. It like panned over to them. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame because this has this would be so easy to make a great film. Like the material that exists there is obviously like room to make a great film. The problem is this movie's PG-13. I don't know why
there you go.
Why
That's
they
another
went and
issue.
fucked up and made a PG-13. This is not a PG-13 franchise. This is a rated R franchise.
Yep.
You need blood. You need freaking body parts falling apart. You need very crude humor. You need lots and lots of humor. Put the style. I mean, like, there's so much great like art design to the game. It's like every time a boss pops up, they always have that iconic like, you know, freeze frame where you got the boss there and you got the background patterns, you got the
background
big
and
ass text. Like,
text
why
saying,
didn't you do that with all these characters? Like, you could have just there's so much good content you could have
That's
thrown
such
in
an
here.
iconic moment
Yeah.
in that game to
It's
do
like-
that constantly.
No fan service whatsoever existed in this movie.
And Brett was saying a while ago is about the gun situation. Like, Borderlands is known about their guns, and it was just glossed over.
Oh yeah, completely
big
glossed
time.
over.
Yeah.
like
It's like
non-existent.
The last Borderlands 3 was like millions and millions and millions of guns with feet, and it was so funny.
Yeah.
And this was like, oh, they got some unnamed pistols. It's probably an Atlas gun or probably a whatever gun, but like, that doesn't really matter. That's not the key. The key is the relationship, the tight relationship, the mother-daughter relationship of these two characters. And I'm like, no, come on. That's not right. That's not it.
Yeah, I was like, why not just have Jack, handsome Jack, be the bad guy?
That would have
just
been.
tell the story that we all know, and then put like some twists and
Who do
turns
you
in
think
there.
could
They're
play
different.
Handsome Jack, actor wise?
Will
Like
Arnett.
Troy Baker.
Who?
Will Arnett.
I'll bet.
Will Arnett.
Oh yeah, I was like,
that-
Troy Baker actually did play him. I think.
Yeah, Will
Eddie
Arnett is
Gorsom?
like 100%
Yeah, I think
like
so.
in my head. Like when I
Yes,
feel like
Will
they
Arnett
casted
would've
that,
been
like
fucking perfect.
he would have been so good. I mean, he obviously played a role in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, but I think he would be a great Captain
great
Jack.
handsome Jack. But yeah, and then like, oh, and don't get me started on Claptrap. It's just
Dude,
Jack Black. I love him to death. He did a phenomenal job playing Bowser. He does a phenomenal job in a
Tom
lot of the roles
Hiddleston.
that he's in. Ooh,
Tom Hiddleston could do it.
Hiddleston.
Wait, which one's Tom Hiddleston?
Loki.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He could do it.
he
I
could
can
do
see
it.
that, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is a little much. I
Yeah, I
think he's a
don't
little
think-
too much.
I
I
don't
think he
think he could.
could. I think he could. That'll be good.
Yeah,
But I
Ooh,
think Will Arnett's perfect.
what's
though.
his Anthony Starr?
Anthony Starr?
I could see it. Who's that guy?
Oh, that's Timothy Orphan. He plays in Justified. I don't know. He looks like him, but acting wise.
Oh, Joel McHale actually could be a good. That's a
Oh,
good,
Joel
interesting
McHale,
cast.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a
that's
really
a
good
good one.
This
idea.
guy?
Yeah.
Another guy to the left,
To the left.
Oh yeah,
he was in
yeah,
Community,
Yeah, because he's like a comedy guy.
Yeah.
but he also played a really
Joel
good
McHale
dick in
or Will
Bear,
Arnett.
the Bear.
I think Will Arnett's perfect for that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know. He's just like too iconic, in a good way.
But I mean, that's Will
To be
Arnett, or
honest,
that's Handsome
I think
Jack.
That's
You know,
the story they should have went with because Handsome Jack is such a staple in the franchise. They could have even did the pre-sequel and lead up to Borderlands 2. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So we get the backstory of Handsome Jack and then why he went bad and rogue and stuff like that. I don't know.
And I don't like how Lilith was like getting her powers for the first time.
fuck
And it's just like, oh, I'm Tiny Tina. I'm the special one. And then there's this teleportation scene. And she's like, oh, I did it. It was me. I was like, wait, you don't think Lilith would be like, oh, I felt something funny, like I used powers or something? And she's over here like, oh, yeah, it was you.
yeah, the
Like,
child.
are you kidding me?
And suddenly she knows how to use all of her powers like perfectly.
I
Yeah,
know. Like,
yeah.
oh, she
And-
unlocked it at the fucking.
And
Yeah.
that was so much like you can tell that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like throughout the whole entire movie, you knew it was going to happen. Like it's just fucking ridiculous.
Elizabeth Olsen as Lilith would have been nice.
Ooh.
That would have been good.
She's already been that kind of like,
That
witchy
style.
character.
Yeah, they just missed the mark on this movie, and I don't know how. Like, I really don't know how.
Well, when they casted Eli Roth as like the director of this, I was like, I mean, Eli Roth has done some interesting stuff, but well, actually, I mean, he should have got the gratuitousness of Borderlands spot on because he did Hostel. That thing was fucking disgusting, but like he didn't. Like it's like he was told to pull back and not like go all in and stuff like that.
I heard people be because the way that the film like plays out is like super quick. So I've heard people say maybe they just did some major editing and pulled a lot of stuff out. So it's just like
They pulled all the good stuff out.
We're moving
Oh, we're
really
gonna
quick
get a
in the
Elof
in the
Russ
movie.
director's cut of this film.
Oh my god! I hope not.
Well, in the first like half hour was so slow, And then all of a sudden it's just like bam, 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 bam. You know, they move so quick. It's like they spent, half an hour with her like walking through the middle of nowhere in Pandora. And then we spend like 5 minutes in like, the city. And then next thing you know, we're like, we go through this one place to get one vault key. And the next thing you know, we're at the end of the story already. Like,
Karen Gillan as Patricia Tannis.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
She plays Nebula.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And she's in the new Jumanji movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Really
I don't really care about the casting. I think could have worked fine. I don't think there was anything
the casting
crazy
was
wrong with the
fine.
casting. It's just the directing. Eli Roth was he shit on this movie. He straight up shit on this
It's
movie.
so unfortunate. We are not going to get.
There's not going to be.
There's
a
no
sequel.
way there's going to be a sequel or a remake or anything.
Denzel Washington as Roland. Denzel's kind of old now,
I think Terry Crews can play a good Roland.
Yeah, I think Terry Crews would be perfect.
but is he stoic enough? Because that's how Roland is in
he
the
still
game.
what?
He's stoic.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Terry Crews can be historic as well. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
stoic.
Stoic. Oh yeah, he can.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think the casting was too bad.
No, the casting wasn't bad. I'm not.
I don't
harping
really
on
care
the
about like
casting.
recasting everybody. We need to recast the person who wrote the story.
Yeah.
And that's Eli Roth. And he literally fucked up. And
This is what I was
terrible.
thinking. I was talking to someone about this movie, and I think what they should have did with this movie is make it into like a rat race style movie.
Yeah.
With 4 characters going after the vault
yeah, that could have been fun.
and
Yeah.
running into like different
Yeah.
scenarios that was in the video game.
Why are we not vault hunters here? Like
Right.
that was the whole,
fucking
You're still going
premise.
after a vault.
Yeah,
And then
but
when
hey,
you get to
Austin,
the vault.
I'm not a vault hunter. I'm not. Did I tell you I'm not a vault hunter? Did you hear that?
Let me tell you.
And when you get to the vault, everyone gets to the vault. These 4 characters that we are following, and then it turns out to be this alien being inside, and just a big twist. They could have made it into a rat race style movie, and it would have been
That would have
hilarious
been
and
awesome.
funny.
That would have been really good. Literally
or a
anything
Cannonball
could have
Run
been better.
style, yeah.
What about Daphne King as Tiny Tina?
I mean, like I
X-23.
said, I don't really care about who replaces
I
the
don't
characters. Like that
I
wasn't the
thought
bad part of the
cast was
movie.
I think it was awful. Like these people were horribly casted.
Well, but I think they
think
were
it was
horribly
'cause of the
directed.
directed. Yeah,
I think they were horribly
that
directed.
too, yes, but
Yeah.
I've always had a big
Yeah.
problem with the casting for Tiny Tina. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Tiny
literally
Tina,
all
but-
of them.
To
I
be
don't
honest,
know.
That's the only one I would change.
The guy
is-
who
is the
plays
girl that played Tiny Tina.
Krieg, he was fine. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you only had a couple of fucking lines.
He was fine.
Yeah, well,
He looked
He didn't have
big
to do
and-
anything. He
didn't have
Exactly.
to do
You could
anything.
almost cast anyone for him, and
it's
it would
like
work.
saying I like Vin Diesel as Groot.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, it could be- I mean, he wasn't like actually playing the character. It was nice to see that guy was in the movie.
That's true. Yeah. That's a good point, though.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, let's move on past the castings. I think that's the
No,
lowest
I'm not.
point.
Okay, I'm done.
We've already talked about the casting the whole entire time. We've beat that dead horse, but I mean,
Not dead enough.
The people in the movie were great people that could have done so well had they had better direction and a script to work from.
Yeah.
But the script was just garbage.
Yeah.
Nothing about that script was good. So you could put anybody in there. You could put Terry Crews in there. You could put,
Yeah.
Will Arnett, this, that, whatever. Like, I don't care who you put in this movie. It's going to be shit. Like, that's just the way it is.
You know what my biggest concern about
sucks.
this? It's a great franchise, right? And they didn't even tease anything for
Yeah.
future
Because they
endeavors.
know it's gonna not going anywhere.
Exactly.
It's like they wanted to kill this with the first movie.
Because they tease a lot of things with bad movies. You know, they teased it with Morbius that there was going to be like a fucking continuation of something. And nope. Movie bombed, but they still teased it because they thought it was going to be a great movie.
Right.
And this one, they didn't even tease anything. I'm not even talking about post-credit scenes. I'm just talking about the end of the movie. They pretty much just wrapped it up and that's it.
Yeah, one and done. I am actually really glad, though, we came out with a video that was like, this movie's going to suck. And this movie sucked.
No, because I was giving it a little bit of hope.
I know, but we were right. We got it right. You know, we knew. We saw the writing on the wall.
Writing was on the wall.
Oh, dude, I was wanting
I wanted so bad. Trust
I did
me.
too.
Like, yeah. And I personally think Claptrap was the best part of the movie, and
Really?
he Well, because
It
everything was
wasn't
bad.
funny. There was nothing like.
Yeah, but
I
but
laughed
but
at his
the
lines like 3 times. And that was it.
but I mean, like
That was the only times I
the
laughed in
best
the
part
movie.
of a shit movie is what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
there's like, what else do you think it was better than Claptrap? Exactly.
The environment.
Okay, well,
The environment.
as far
was
as like
great.
characters and stuff, but yeah, the
Oh,
environment
characters.
was
I think I really enjoyed Kevin Hart playing his role.
good. Think so?
I do. That's a hard character to like try to portray, and I think he did his best. And I enjoyed his moments
Yeah.
because I
yeah,
really
he
thought
tried.
he was gonna
He
have
tried.
like all the fucking funny bits and all that shit, but he didn't. He was a fucking serious like soldier, and I liked that. I liked it.
What'd y'all think of Tannis?
She actually did pretty good. I was surprised.
Jamie Lee Curtis did a phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think she was made for this role, but once again, we'll go back to like the
Dialogue
direction
sucked.
and writing. Like,
Yeah. So this movie has now made approximately $18 million.
we donated to that.
We donated to that, but it was made. It was.
18 globally?
I think that's domestic, or maybe that's
No,
global.
because this one says 16.5 million globally.
What? How updated is that?
Yeah, when did that one come out?
This one came out August 12th.
Yeah, this one's 2 days old.
Okay.
So, yeah, now it's at 18 million.
18 million. How much did it make? How much did it?
It costs around 110 million to make.
110 to 120. It said. I thought.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah,
so,
so
they've lost
they are
at this
going
point
to
$90
lose a
million.
Shit ton.
90 million.
That's what sucks is like, unless someone really enjoys the franchise enough to want to reboot it and like do it properly, they're not gonna put that much money in
Y'all
there
think
again.
it would be better as like an animated film?
Totally.
No, wait.
Be an anime.
Borderlands?
Yeah, Borderlands.
No.
Or maybe pull a Cyberpunk, do a TV show of it.
I mean, I think this should have honestly been a TV show.
I think so too.
I think they could have done a
There's
better
like a lot
job
of
with
content.
because I think there was a lot to kind of set up in this world
Yeah.
that they didn't have time for in a movie, and I was a
Yeah.
little worried about the movie anyway because it's like there's a lot of explanation and stuff like that, and you can tell in the movie itself that they had to like expedite through a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I agree with you. You were talking about how you wish they had that like animated kind of
'cause
intro.
you remember, I think it's in all the Borderlands. Like the intro, they give like an animated, like drawing that's happening, giving the tales of
Here's a lay of the land.
Pandora. Like this is what's going on, and there's this mysterious vault. That would have been cool for like an intro as well, or like whenever they're on the bus or something, and he's explaining everything. Marcus is explaining everything that's happening and why is everyone all the vault hunters are looking for this, but yeah, I don't know. And like I said, with the intro, they could have went full on Deadpool style like they do with all the intros
Yeah.
of Borderlands, like just fucking chaotic shit's happening and you see that like names popping up and stuff like that. It's just I think that's a staple with the Borderlands.
100%.
And I just don't understand why they didn't like dive into that, especially how well Deadpool, not even Deadpool the 3 did, but the rest of Deadpool's did with,
And it's like the soundtrack of this movie was really mostly bad too. Like there wasn't
they
any
didn't-
good music up
they
until
had-
that one fight scene where they're fighting the Kriegs or whatever, or the Psychos.
Psychos.
There was like I think it was a Black Sabbath song, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I think so.
Like that popped up. That was cool. That was
that-
fun. And there was a Muse song at one point when they went into the city, I believe. But then beyond that, it's like the whole beginning of the movie didn't have any like good capture of, I don't know, just it didn't capture anybody's attention.
No.
Man, Deadpool 1 cost 58 million and it earned 782 million.
Oh my God.
I
That's
just
so
like
crazy.
you could have done something. I recently like heard what Ryan Reynolds had to do for Deadpool 1 because
Yeah.
they had budget cuts, but it's not the best movie of all time. It's a good like start for a Deadpool. It was enough. To
I love Deadpool
to
1.
get him like going. At least to get
Yeah.
a second movie, which was better, cost more. But what he had to do to just make this viable and have an interesting story play out, even though they had to change stuff last minute, like you couldn't have done that with Borderlands. Like you had basically double that budget.
I just think they just missed the mark. I think they knew the basics of the story, but they didn't actually sit down and like
They M.
play
Night
the
Shyamalan
fucking
this.
video game. They didn't sit down and actually enjoy those little moments that we remember. You know, like the fucking intro, the guns, the fucking, like, dealing with the psychos. One of them running up to you like, hey, shoot me in the fucking head. Just shoot me. Shoot me. You know, those moments weren't involved that much into this.
We just need remakes of the Borderlands games at this point. Remasters.
No, I'm probably gonna download Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel and play it. Like, we should stream that on Tuesday. Dude, like, I fucking love Borderlands. It's like the first time I've ever truly enjoyed a first-person shooter. Besides Ghost Recon, way
Besides
back in the
Halo?
day.
Come on, man.
I never played Halo. Like, I wasn't, like, before I got into Halo, I didn't get into Halo until I was, like, 19.
I'm telling
But
Travis.
before then, like, I played the shit ton of fucking Borderlands.
They even did that intro when they announced Eli Roth was coming to it. Y'all can't see this, but they even did the cool like typography, like layout thing, like they do in the things. They announced Eli Roth and they didn't put it in the fucking movie. Like, what the hell? So much potential here.
Yeah, a lot of
Shameful.
potential.
Yep.
I don't know. I felt like they just, yeah, it was the writing that failed this. Everything else,
Yes.
great. I felt like I was in Pandora whenever I was watching this. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shameful situation. I mean, I mean, what you've all said, it's like there's so many different ways we could have gone with this movie that would have made it so much better. I think it's just they just didn't. They missed the assignments wholeheartedly.
Oh, yeah.
And
10,000%.
and then if you want to watch this movie, make sure you see that one scene where they open up the hatch. You can see a crew member helping them open the hatch, like
From the set.
from the set. A crew member in between where the hinge is at to open it up. Like, I don't know.
I like seeing Austin's looking through Randy Pitchford tweets right now, and sounds like he's trying to like back up like some of the things and why the movie was bad.
That's the whatchamacallit, right? Randy Pitchford. That's,
He's the owner, founder
Yeah.
of he's like the
I
creative.
remember
lead
he
and
came out with
everything of
a
everything.
tweet about something about the movie. I didn't read it though. He
Yeah.
was just like, the fuck, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. They said with editors, producers, and directors, they felt the pace needed to stay quick. I hope some of the deleted scenes can come out at some point. I mean,
I don't even think the deleted scenes
I don't
can
think.
help
How
it,
do you?
dude.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
So
because
need a
it's
complete
just,
restructure of the film.
yeah. It's like
So,
the
like,
foundation's wrong.
Batman versus Superman. I'm going to bring this down.
Okay. You're bringing it down.
Bringing it down. Batman versus Superman, the theatrical cut was not that great.
Mm-hmm.
The director's cut, though, hey, baby. I actually enjoyed the director's cut a little bit more.
It made
because
things make sense.
It made things make sense. They put like extra little bit of scenes and story in there that wasn't reshoots or anything. They actually got cut. It actually made the movie like, it wasn't great, but it made it better, more understandable on what's happening.
Right.
So maybe that's the issue, but I highly fucking doubt it. But if they do come out with a director's cut, I will watch it and re-review it. So
Yeah, this is what happens. I think when you get,
the big wigs in.
yeah,
They hope the
You-
title is going to help save the movie and get that money in.
like we're not in the 80s or 90s anymore where you can just throw people money and they just make cool shit. Like people are like, I'm giving you $120 million. I'm going to have a say of what's going on here because I want it to be successful. And this has been happening for the last over a decade because me and Lizette would talk about this. I mean, she knows how things work in the film industry. And it's just like people just start putting their hands in there and they're like, nope, I gave you this money. We're doing this. And the directors are like, I can't say no because
Yeah.
they're technically the boss. So
Yeah.
this
So maybe-
is how it goes down.
So maybe the writing wasn't that bad, but the scenes that we saw were just...
I mean, you can have a good director make a bad scene good because they could put nuance and have the actors do certain things that really fill out, what's happening.
Well, Eli Roth was the writer and director of this movie.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So,
So he
hashtag director's cut.
Or he wrote
of
the screenplay.
Borderlands.
So
Yeah.
Borderlands director's cut, hashtag.
So this article just came out 6 minutes ago.
Oh, fuck me.
It's been over a week since Borderlands arrived in theaters, but the movie already has a release date on digital platforms. It is coming out digitally to watch on August 30th. So like
Wow.
Jesus, are you
12 days from now, it's coming straight to DVD, bitches.
Holy fuck.
That is hilarious.
Oh man! So if you want to know, so don't go watch it in theaters because you can watch
don't
it from
waste
your
your money.
house in 12 days. By the time this podcast comes out, it'll be 10 days.
They do that because they get rights. People pay. I want to know where it's going and who's paying
Yeah,
for
where's
it.
it going?
It doesn't say.
Was it? It's not a WB film, right?
This is a Lionsgate project,
So,
but it doesn't say
I
where
think it
it's
might
going to
be going
go.
Max.
Yeah, that would
Probably.
make sense. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, y'all.
Going to have no streaming numbers.
And then there's also some behind the scenes drama from the movie here.
That is crazy that they can do that these days, just straight to streaming. Thanks, COVID. I guess that helped everybody.
So apparently they were going to make a Borderlands movie. They announced one in August 2015.
Yes, I heard about that.
Which I didn't even
All
realize.
the way back then.
After the video game Borderlands 2 was a mega hit, the first script was created with the first script created was an R rating. Oren Uziel, writer and producer who has a lot of success, including the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, took over in 2018, which is 2 writers before a director was attached. And then it took 5 years for Eli Roth to sign on as a director, and he had a script from The Last of Us showrunner Craig Mazin to work from, but that's when everything fell apart. So Craig Mazin was actually writing this.
Wow.
A year later, Craig Mazin was no longer attached to Borderlands, and 2 more writers reworked the script alongside Eli Roth to the extent that Mazin was left off the credits, as his screenplay wasn't the one that made it to theaters. There was rumor and innuendo that Joe Crombie was Mazin using a pseudonym, but he's denied these reports. The truth is that for now, no one knows. No one is admitting to using a fake name, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Cool, not cool.
Let me see if there's reshoots. So while blame for the script is up in the air, Eli Roth has taken most of the heat for the disaster. They had 2 weeks of reshoots in January of 2023, which Roth could not oversee due to working on his slasher Thanksgiving. So Tim Miller, the director of Deadpool and executive producer on the film, stopped in and handled the reshoots. To what extent the scenes had to be redone is unknown, but it was bad enough that weeks before the original release, the film was pulled from the schedule and delayed 1 year to August 2024.
So,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah. So the film, Borderlands already been done shooting for us. So the movie was filmed in 2021. Everything that happened behind the scenes went down after it was filmed. Not even Marvel, famous for needing to redo reshoots and starting production without a finalized script, had a disaster that was this historically horrible. So it sounds like there was a lot of production hell that took place that may have led. I mean, it sounds like it was rewritten like 4 times, which could explain why we got what we did.
I think this is what happens. Like when there's some, like if this came out around Borderlands 2, like after, like shortly, like 5 years after Borderlands 2,
It would have exploded. Well, I mean, not with the script,
assuming
but
that this, it's good. I think it would have hit home better, just like the last Avatar.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? It's been, I don't know how long, too long.
Yeah.
Like that has come and gone. I feel like, even though it made some money or whatever.
Yeah.
So same with like the Halo series. Like, why didn't this come out way sooner? Why did it take this long? And now look at it, canceled after 2 seasons. It's like, why something like this needed to happen a long time ago.
I just think it was mostly COVID and stuff that they were filming around that time frame. But
Yeah.
Borderlands is a Lionsgate product, so it's more likely going to be on Stars.
really,
Yeah,
Huh.
and they said Amazon Prime,
Okay,
possibly.
I can see that.
Yeah. So
Well, it's a shame. I mean, it does sound like. I mean, I've been hating on Eli Roth a lot here, but it sounds like there may have been more.
I don't like. I mean,
More
I really don't like
issues.
any of his films. Like Hostel, I always thought was.
Yeah, I never liked his films either.
Like, all those were just.
He was
like,
great as a character in Inglourious Bastards.
I didn't even know that was him. Yes, he was good.
Heroes.
He was,
was
in
in
Heroes.
Yeah, he was the main bad guy, right?
No, that was someone else.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Fuck off.
I'm telling you. Unless we're living in different realities.
Might be. No, he was in.
Look up Heroes.
I'm looking it up right now, bitch.
Yeah, it's this other guy. He's
Zachary
fucking-
Quinto.
I keep getting those motherfuckers.
I know.
They do. They have thick eyebrows.
Yeah,
They look
big noses.
exactly alike,
Both Jewish.
dude.
Both have black hair.
Hostile, Green Inferno, Thanksgiving. This Death Wish movie that he did with Bruce Willis, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure was filmed at my mother's gym.
Oh, really?
Nice.
That's pretty
So
cool.
she probably met him. I didn't realize it.
That's
Your mom
hilarious.
knows.
Yeah, because she met Andrew
people.
Lincoln
That's
while
awesome.
she was down there because they were
That's
filming
awesome.
a movie. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Man, your mom's living the life.
Yeah, she was
Living
an
it.
extra in one of the films.
Wow.
Some zombie film. I don't know.
Well, that's it for our review of Borderlands the movie, everybody. If you want to check it out, wait until August 30th because it'll be out on some streaming platform here soon. Save your money from getting a ticket in theaters.
Yeah, no, just get drunk and go see it. Just do it.
I had one beer and it wasn't enough for me to enjoy it.
Yeah,
so
same.
You're gonna have to have at least 5.
Yeah. Go to a place where you can get a pitcher of beer while you're watching it. Make a drinking game out of it. Every time they say I'm not a vault hunter.
You'll be drunk by the second.
I don't think it was that many
no. Every time they say special.
Yes.
Special?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or every time Lilith shakes her head. There was like
Yeah.
a serious moment between Tiny Tina and Lilith, and she was just constantly just shaking her head like this.
She phoned it in. I heard that it was COVID, so she was like, "I need something to work on. I'll take this, whatever. I don't care." I mean, you could tell, like, because she's a great actress. I felt like that helped her with the character, but I think for the most part, like, she kind of phoned it in.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Borderlands, everybody. Go play the video games if you want a good story.
Yeah, do that.
If you want to just laugh at bad, you can go watch a movie.
You won't
but
even laugh at that.
You won't even laugh at that. You'll just get pissed off. Is what's going to happen. You're going to walk out there and be like, "Where's my money?" Anyway,
Want my money back.
so that's Borderlands. It's an average of 3 out of 10 for the inner gamer, I think. So